What is up, my broskies? Welcome to the Daily Bro Show. How's Bitcoin doing today?
Or the broadcast.
Yeah, or broke. I forgot. I think it's just gonna be called the Broadcast now. It's honestly much
Yeah, it's
better
probably
than
the best.
the
Probably
Daily
the best
Bro Show.
idea.
Sounds just cringy. All right, guys. If you're a Bitcoin, yeah, if you're a Bitcoin investor, it's a good day for you because the market legit just shot up by like $100 or more. So you definitely made money today, and you should definitely share it with me. All right, so now that we got
What's the?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
up at
sure.
like
Okay.
$7,028 dollars. So from 6,900.
What? It's
So yeah.
wow.
So
It
if you
already
bought
dropped so much.
Bitcoin this morning, you were an official millionaire. So I I don't know who bought Bitcoin this morning, but also I don't know what to say. Like good on you. You just won the lottery. Um, I would recommend selling it as soon as possible because it does look like it's gonna drop. So sell it and
It's pretty risky.
yeah, Bitcoin is risky. I don't believe in Bitcoin though. I feel like when the EMP hits, boom, no more Bitcoin, no more cash. That's why you gotta buy gold and silver. People will always want gold. You know what? You gotta buy food. You just gotta corner the market in food so that you're the only distributor.
But stocks are also often not a bad idea.
Yeah, stocks aren't a bad idea. I do invest in stocks, but I don't cryptocurrency. I don't know. It's like
Yeah, that's just too risky.
too risky. Some people made it, but I wouldn't want to say I made it in Bitcoin. That just sound I don't know. Things can always go wrong. Good to see. Thank
Yeah.
you, bro. All right, guys. So I got some breaking news today. So I could get suspended from school. So legit, the school's hurling threats at me. I could get suspended. Now I don't really see it as a big problem. Like I don't know if it's a big deal or not. Honestly, I do think getting the suspended part is getting a big deal because it will go on my record. And honestly, I really need that clean record for them, scholarships and stuff. And I don't know if they'll let me continue taking classes. Uh, and it's not even like I did something terrible. It's like guys. Let me tell you this. I'm like your picture perfect student in a lot of cases, or at least I was. Maybe I'm blacklisted now from that list, but I'm like your good student. I'm always at school. Like I never have a problem. I turn in all my homework on time. I get straight A's. I study. I do my homework. All right, guys. I'm that student, and like I even had people tell me I'm
The
the
teachers like you.
yeah, teachers like me. All right. Well, at least they did like me. Now they don't. But yeah,
Now they hate you.
yeah. And I remember I was in a class one time, guys, and I was like behind. I was at least because I transferred to the new school, right? Mid semester. Well, actually during the second semester, but there's a year long project that they do, and I had to catch up on that year long project by like a whole semester's worth of work. I did that in a week. Okay, I did all that semester's work in a week, and some of the kids didn't even do it yet. They legit told me, yo, this everyone here needs to be like Gabe. Okay, so that's how good of a student I am. All right, I don't mean to like brag or anything. I'm just saying like I'm a good student. I'm not like a bad student. Okay, I do what I'm supposed to do. All right, but this year was probably one of my like lesser good years. I don't know. Um, what basically happened is the school gave me too much freedom, and now they want it back, and I said no to that, and now they're threatening me with ISS. If you guys don't know what ISS is, it's basically in-school suspension. So it's worse than OSS, I think.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. OSS is a bigger deal. That's out-of-school suspension where they don't let you come to school. But the thing is, I don't need to come to school, okay? I don't have any high school classes, all right?
Wait, but what's the difference between these two? I don't think
Okay,
it's the same.
okay.
It's the same
In
for me.
in-school suspension is where they keep you in a room and they just leave you there. Like you stay in that room all day. Kind of like
Oh,
prison,
oh,
like a school
I think
prison.
we
You
have,
go there, and then
and
there's
you have to do some stupid stuff, some stupid work.
yeah, you just do stupid work pretty much. And then there's
Okay.
out of school suspension. Now I don't know what happens in out of school suspension. I've never been disciplined. Like I never had my name written down or whatever they do to you. I've never had that. Okay, guys. So like I honestly don't know what they do. I just know just from what people told me about
But
in school suspension. But out of school suspension, they don't let you come to school. And honestly, I don't know why they do that. I mean, maybe sometimes it makes sense, but for some of the offenses they can get it for, I don't know why they do it. For example, if you miss
but
too much
in
school, they'll give you OSS, like out of school suspension, so that your punishment for skipping school is not having to come to school. I don't know. Doesn't make sense a lot of times, but
yeah, it's weird, but
it is, yeah, it is weird. Um, and I don't think they got all their stuff together. But basically, so I got in trouble a little bit, and it's not like it's hard to imagine how to get in trouble when you don't have any high school classes, right? I have no official classes on my schedule. I have no classes in the high school. Like I don't even go to the high school. I haven't been there all year until today when I had to go settle some stuff. But so I go to a community college instead, and it counts as high school credit. So I'm technically a student of that high school still, but then I'm also technically a college student as well. But I affiliated this semester more with the college because I don't have any high school classes, right? So I just go to the college and get done, right? Well, apparently I'm missing something called homeroom. Okay, do you know what homeroom is? Do you have like a room like that? It's like a holding room at the beginning of the day.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, here in America, we have something like really stupid called homeroom, and it's only for a week, guys. It's only for a week, and what they do is they just give you your starting school work and stuff, and just they just kind of hold you there so you kind of get used to the new school system. They show you videos, maybe I don't know. They do stuff with you. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't really know what they do. I didn't show up, and that's where the problem was. I didn't show up to homeroom. Okay, like the class that does you don't get a grade for at the end of the year. That doesn't matter really. Like if I miss it or not, it doesn't matter because there's nothing they could tell me that would help me. Like there's nothing they could give me that would help me except for the laptop. But they charge you $35 for that, and I'm not digging that, and I don't really need it. So I was just like, I don't really need this homeroom. Like, and it's in the morning, so if I show up to homeroom, I'd have like 3 hours of nothing, just completely, like, just
But
sitting
what's the
around doing
point of
nothing.
it?
I don't know, to give you stuff, like I guess, like to give you your schedule. Yeah, like if you have high school classes, it makes sense to go to homeroom. But I didn't have high school classes, so it didn't make sense. Like they'll give you your
All right.
schedule, they'll give you your report cards and stuff when that happens. They'll show you the safety videos. Um, but for the most part, you're just sitting there doing nothing. That's the big part. It's just a holding room, really much, like at the beginning of the day, and it's only for a week, so I didn't really think it'd be a big deal, right? And so I'm not showing up because I want to sleep in. Okay, I want to sleep in and just go to my college classes instead of having to deal with the high school. Like my dream semester was never having to go to the high school, um, and so I didn't show up, right? There's a freaking bug just flying in my face. All right, anyway, so I didn't show up, and for like a week to that homeroom because it's not like even last year I never showed up to it because I didn't. I think that was because I was taking classes during the time of it. Um, and all of a sudden, like my brother calls me and he's like, "Yo, they're threatening you with ISS." And like my brother never calls me. Okay, that like never happens. And in fact, he
It's
called.
only
Yeah,
it's only when bad stuff happens.
yeah. And actually, he didn't even call me. He called someone else to call me to tell me they're
Alright.
threatening with ISS. But like I said, he never communicates with me. Not yeah. So I knew it was a big deal. Um, and I was like, shoot, that's not good because can I they limit you if you have ISS. It's kind of like being a felon in the U.S. or like a registered sex offender. Like you can't do certain like you lose your rights. And I'm like, shoot,
Alright.
I really don't want this. Like I'm a good kid. Like I don't deserve this. And it's all just from skipping homeroom. I mean, it's not like I'm playing hooky or something. I'm just I'm making better use of my time than they would make of my time. I don't know.
But they
So
don't agree with
yeah, they
that.
don't agree. They're like it's like gulag. I don't know, like prison camp. They don't they don't want you to have your freedom. I guess I don't know. They gave
In
me
a
too
free
much
country.
freedom and they want it back now. And they're like, oh shoot, we're gonna lose him. We're letting him go too far on his own. Oh no, he's gonna get involved in drugs and stuff. I don't know. Like I don't know
We
what
have to
they.
control him.
Yeah, they're like control freaks, and honestly, ISS. What's ISS gonna do? Like, I have no teachers to give me busy work. Am I just gonna sit in a room all day and miss my important? Like, are they gonna go up to my college professors and be like, "Yeah, we need some busy work for"? They don't even have a lesson plan half the time. I don't understand how they're gonna come up with some busy work on the spot. Um, that'd just be hilarious. Though they go up to my college professor. I don't know what they would do to me. Even if I got like, how could I serve it though? Like, are they gonna make me miss AB Tech or the yeah? They're gonna make me miss the community college, and I don't.
Oh, But I thought you were already there
Yeah,
in the community college,
yeah.
aren't you? But how can they make you miss it
Because they would keep
if
me,
you're
they'd
already
keep
there?
me at the school. Like they'd tell me you need to go serve ISS or in school suspension, and they'd make me
Oh,
sit.
you can't. So you can't go to the college.
Yeah, like they wouldn't let me go to the college pretty
Ah,
much,
okay.
which is even worse because then I missed the college, and
Yeah.
I missed the work, I missed the lecture. It gets counted as an absence. Like I won't be able to like you can legit fail a class for not showing up.
No, dang.
And I have like no previous
They ruin
record.
your career.
Yeah,
They ruin your career.
yeah, that's all they do. The school's not there to help you guys. It's legit there just to I control you, like propaganda you.
It's
I don't.
just there to it's just there to destroy your dreams.
Yeah, it's not there to help you. Like the teachers, they don't show up every day to help you. They're there for themselves mostly, and it's a real shame that I have to
They
deal
want
with
to
this
see you
BS.
suffer.
Yeah, go there to see you suffer. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I kind of want to hear what you guys have to think. Am I the criminal here, or is it just the school being like a jerk
Well,
about this situation? I don't personally. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. Like I think I just. I mean, technically, it's
I don't
not right to
know.
show up, but I really didn't have a reason to.
Well, if I first of all, I don't really know about this homeroom stuff. I don't have an objective. Yeah, like I don't really know exactly what it is. So I can't really judge about if it's necessary or not. But it seems like it doesn't. It's not really that big of a deal. So, not showing up there may not affect you quite as much. But yeah, rules always don't always make sense.
Yeah,
And if they say you have to show up there, you just gotta do it. If even if you don't like, because as you can see right now, if you don't, it can be really bad sometimes. So
yeah,
sometimes you just have to do stuff you don't like, and yeah, it doesn't always it doesn't always make sense.
yeah. But honestly, I mean, I don't feel like I should have to put up with it though. I'm kind of, I don't know. Like it's kind of almost. I guess the school would consider me like a rebel or something. I don't know. Um, like I'm starting. I don't like if
From
I
a
see
good
something I
kid to
don't.
a
It's kind
rebel.
of like boycotting a store that you don't like. For example, in like the U.S., I don't buy stuff from Walmart because I don't agree with their practices and stuff. So with Walmart, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
buy
good.
it. Yeah, it's like I boycott Walmart, right? If I see something I
Yeah.
don't like, I don't do it, right? And I kind of did the same thing with the homeroom. Okay, like if I had a
Because you didn't like.
yeah, because I didn't like it. I don't know. It sounds like I'm like some 6-year-old be like, I don't want to. But I mean, honestly, like, would you want to? Like, my car eats so much fuel. I almost ran out of fuel. Actually, I went back there. Okay, like I kind of wanted to. I was trying to find my homeroom teacher to go talk to her about like what's going on, and maybe get to an understanding. Because I feel like if maybe she saw me and saw that I'm not like skipping school or something like maybe she wouldn't like freak out or something. I don't know. But no, she wasn't there. She left. I don't know where the frick she went. I went to like the classroom and then I went to her office and it's like no one's there. So I even asked someone and they're like, "Ah, frick, I don't know." So like I just went home and like it was like a $10 ride because like I have to get gas now.
Oh,
I
you
don't.
can already drive. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I can drive. Yeah, I gotta drive to school and stuff. And I got like
Um,
a really like fuel inefficient car. Like it eats gas so fast. I feel like I'm filling it up like every week. And I didn't fill it up this week. And now I'm like I have to fill it up. Like I really have to. And it's gonna cost me like $60 or something because it takes premium gas. And it's just oh my god.
Premium gas for a premium car.
Yeah, it's not even a premium car. It's like worse less than I'll spend on it in gas money. The car is worth nothing. It's worth like maybe $1,000. I don't even know. I think there's an
But
engine
it takes
problem and the airbag doesn't even work probably. So I'm like, It's legit. I was actually driving there. Okay, I almost died getting to school to resolve this ISS situation. So where like I said, it's a mountain, right? I live like on the mountains. Okay, so there's a huge mountain to my left, and there's a huge mountain to my right in my neighborhood. And I want to pull out. Okay, I want to go back to the main road. Main road, it's like a highway almost. People are going, like 40, 45 miles an hour. And the speed limit's like 35, but everyone speeds down it. So I'm trying to pull out, right? So I can't see anything to my left, but there's a mirror there, okay? There's a mirror to let you see a little bit, and I can see to my right pretty well. So I roll down the window, and because I can't see squat to my left, and I can't even, the mirror's not helping because I can't really see anything. It's like fogged up and the sun glare. Honestly, I'll probably die staring at that thing. So I roll down the window to listen. So I pop my head out, and I'm like, and the cars from the right past me, and it's like quiet all of a sudden. I'm like, okay, I think I'm good. So I just step on the gas pedal to floor it. Out of nowhere, a freaking car just comes to my left, and like we're like the blind spot, and I just hear this tire screeching. It's like all the way. It's like skidding, and I'm like, what the frick? And I pull right in front of it. I swear, guys, almost freaking died. Almost died. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I swear.
This guy probably thought, "What faggot is that?"
Yeah, he was probably like, "Who the hell pulls out on like that?" And I'm like, he's like, "Who goes 50 on the freaking like 2-inch wide road?" And like, I was like, I don't know, like, I mean, honestly, if I got hit, I swear, like, I'm pretty sure it would have been my fault, even though the dude was speeding. Okay, it's his fault. If he was going 35 or even 40, if he was going at least 40, or 35 would have been great. But like if he was somewhere in between there, we would have been good. Okay, like I would have had enough time to get out. Like when your tires are legit screeching for like 5 meters worth of road, or probably even more. Like tires don't screech, okay, unless you're speeding and coming to a really fast stop. That's speeding, okay.
Yeah.
Like if he was going slower, I think I would survive. But like, was like, I don't know. Like I think I'd rather like skip ISS than like die in a car crash. Like I don't know. Like I don't. It wasn't worth it. It really wasn't. Like.
Yeah, it's not worth dying for ISS.
Yeah, it's really not. Like it's not worth dying for a punishment. Like I feel like death is, it's a little too far there.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like honestly, I think school's just trying to get me killed. They're like, shoot, this kid's gonna start the revolution, and we gotta take him out. And they're like, we know he's gonna die pulling out of the neighborhood.
It was probably a teacher in that car.
Yeah, it was probably the teacher I was gonna go see. Yeah, my freaking homeroom teacher cruising down there, trying to freaking run me off the road.
Because he didn't want to be late.
Yeah,
that's why he's speeding.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So honestly, I feel like I'm the victim here. I don't feel like I'm the like my parents are like, yeah, I think it's your fault though, and I'm like, you guys don't know what it's like. It's tough. It's tough. I'm sure they've all been there and done that and everything. I'm sure Russia was tough and whatever. But like, at least I can say so. At least I got freedom of speech, right? I might as well use it. Like Russia, you don't have it, but here you have it. Like, so I'm just taking my opportunities where I see them. I'm not trying to be a bad guy. I'm just doing what I'm doing for myself. Like the teachers they take things too far.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people
yeah.
What were you saying?
Just one off-topic question. Can you get a driver license in the US with 16?
15.
Oh, with 15 already.
Yeah, you can get it when you're 15. You can't get a real license until you're 16, but you can get a permit when you're 15, so you can start driving with a parent. But then when you're 16, you can drive by yourself, and 18 you get a real or not. I don't know. It depends where you live. It differs per state. It's different in every state. But here you could start driving at 15, and I didn't get my license till I was 17 though, because I was kind of lazy with it. I mean, I just didn't feel like dying in the car crash. Like that's legit.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the worst way to go out though. Like, I like dying in a car crash. Like I'm just thinking about it like every day. I'm like, I don't like want to be known as that kid who died in a car crash. Like I don't know. It's like it's kind of sad. Um,
Uh,
and my
it's not a nice
airbag,
death.
like yeah, and I don't even know if my airbags work. There's this like a little flashy thing. It's like check your airbags, and I'm like, I don't know though. I swear I just got this car checked like before I started using it, a full inspection, okay?
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure
And
they
they
told
said
me,
it worked.
yeah, they said it worked, and they just said it was a
Oh,
bug, like just a glitch. Um,
yo.
but is the engine warning is that a glitch too? Like I don't know. That thing's going off now. I think my car had a heart attack after I pulled out of that neighborhood. Now the engine's all screwed up. I swear, guys, I need a new car. Like the only thing I appreciate about it is that it's metal. So if I ever do crash into something, I'll be good. I think, or it's just gonna turn into shrapnel and it's
It's
gonna
rugged.
kill. So I'm 50-50 on whether I'd survive or not. And I swear, guys, I really don't want to die in a car. Like that, it's so deadly, that left turn. It's so deadly. Like I don't even. I could just take a right turn and make a U-turn, but even then, it's still not that helpful. Like I don't know. Like you still get hit. But yeah. So what do you think? Am I? Well, you said that rules are rules, right? I should just show up and
Yeah.
eat the
Yeah, I
system.
mean, what can you do against it? I
This
mean, there's nothing
I can just say no, put an end to it. I don't know.
you.
Like
but
why? I'm not
but
gonna go with the
but
abusive
what?
system. I'm not gonna ride with it.
But what's the consequence? You can't go to college. College, great. Is that worth it?
No, no, no. I'll still be able to go to college.
Yeah, but you
I
can't
don't know how it's
for
gonna work. I really don't know what happens if you. I mean, the
yeah,
college,
probably
they're not
miss.
gonna. They shouldn't care. They don't have a reason to care. Um,
But
I
that's
don't
not the
know what.
point.
Like if I
That's
get
not
it,
the
like I
point.
can still technically go to college. I like honestly, I don't know what happens. I really don't. But I'm just worried
Yeah,
that they.
you probably can't go to college for I mean maybe for a week or something because you have to do this ISS stuff.
Oh no, I just want to show up. I don't know.
Wait,
Like
what?
I don't have an option. I'll tell them
What?
to give it to me on Saturday or something, like on like a no school day, or frick, I'll serve it on Labor Day. Make them do some labor.
No,
I don't
I
know.
don't know how it's done in US,
I
but
don't know either. I don't. I've never done it, so I
if
don't know.
you oh lord, but in Germany, if you have to do, we have ISS 2 or we have something similar, um, but there it works like you have to, you're just going to school regularly at your regular days,
Okay.
but instead of lessons, yeah, you're just sitting in a room and doing stupid stuff, like
Yeah.
you already said. So
Yeah. That's
that's the
exactly it.
same.
Do you guys have out of
Uh,
school suspension? Like they kick you out of the school for like a day or two?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's if you do something really bad and
Yeah.
they don't want you at school,
Yeah. Yeah.
they do
See that I can
that.
understand. Like if you do something bad where they don't want you at school, I understand that. But why just keep them
Yeah,
at the school, like locked in a room? It doesn't help them at all. It just makes them skip class. That's all it does. And actually, some kids
yeah.
prefer it over going to school. So they'll go to ISS even if they don't have it, because the ISS teacher they don't really care. Like they let you do whatever. So kids will be on their phone and gaming and like.
Okay, that doesn't happen. Well, it at least doesn't happen in my school. Maybe it
Have
doesn't
you ever
happen
been
in.
to ISS or OSS?
Yeah, I've I've been once and I just did some, yeah, just stupid stuff. But
Wait,
it
what?
wasn't.
Wait, really?
It just
You've been to
yeah
ISS?
once.
What'd you do?
Yeah, once. Yeah, that's a critical
What?
critical point. um, but yeah, it's years ago.
Years ago. Okay. I'll keep my distance. I don't want to get like
Yeah,
it.
it's it was just for one day, so yeah, that's all
Okay.
right.
So obviously now we know he's a
I didn't
criminal.
I didn't miss much.
I don't know. There's a lot of things you could do to get it, and I don't know. Like I've only been in trouble once. I think like where I got my name in a book or something. Like they write your name for just to scare you. I guess I don't know what it's for. I never really. They just wrote my name in a
It's a
book, and I
scare
was like,
book.
yeah, they're like, I'm gonna write you up. I'm like, okay. They
It's a
wrote,
death note, you know. It's a death note.
yeah, probably. So like what they did is it's kind of like humiliation. I don't know. Like so like they're like it was legit for the stupidest thing too. Like so stupid. Teacher said pull out your textbooks, okay? And I didn't pull out my textbook. and I got they
Right.
they were like, Gabe, go write your name in that book over there, and I was like, that book. I was like, yeah.
Oh,
They go up
you're
to
writing yourself in the Death Note.
yeah. So I'm just looking at like write my name, and I put a date, and I'm like, the hell is this for? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, we're gonna like die in my sleep or like I'm freaking out. Like I was like sweating. I was like, I don't know what happens. I was
You're
like,
getting a heart
yeah,
attack.
like I was young. I was like maybe 7, and I didn't
Oh,
know what was
okay.
going on. And I go to sit back down, and turns out nothing happened, and that I don't know what it was for.
It was just a fake Death Note.
Yeah, it's just scary. And that was legit the only time I've ever gotten in trouble. So like I don't know like
Until today.
until today, yeah. Um, it's just the stupid things that kind of screw you over, like with this kind of thing. And honestly, I've done worse. Like, okay, and I get in trouble for this. And it's, I don't know. Um,
Yeah, they just got an opportunity to strike,
yeah,
and they used.
they just took their opportunity to like make an example of me. I don't know. Like, you see, kids, this is what happens when you skip because other kids they'll skip
Yeah.
homeroom, okay, but they actually don't have a reason to skip. I actually have a pretty valid reason, okay. I'm not gonna waste gas to go to school and sit there for 3 or 4 hours of doing nothing. It just doesn't make. Does that make sense to anyone? Like that's legit torture. Like that's like sitting in a white room. Like I'm pretty sure they do this. Like that's like what they do to like terrorists and stuff to like weaken them before interrogation. They sit them down and put them in a room, solitary confinement. That's what it's kind of like.
Like in the police when they try to find out stuff. To find
Yeah,
out stuff.
yeah. It's ridiculous. And honestly, I didn't feel like doing that for a week straight. I mean, maybe I could have communicated to my teacher about it, but honestly, I didn't really know what was going on. Okay, I didn't even show up to figure out what was going on. I just figured it wasn't. I just figured I didn't have any classes. Like I had my schedule. Homeroom was not a class. Okay, so I didn't. I mean, like how would I know to begin with that I even had homeroom? Like if no one told me about it, then I would have known. Um, I don't know. I don't think it's my fault, but obviously others disagree, and I'm sure the school would really disagree with me, and they're just gonna make an
Well,
example of me.
that's always the point. Most people who do something um, say they did nothing wrong, but yeah, I can't really judge here because I don't
Yeah.
really know what this home room is about. So yeah,
Well,
I can.
I
I'm not
can
in a position where
I
I
can
can judge.
explain it to you if you want. Like I know you probably won't
Yeah,
fully understand it, but just like imagine going to a normal classroom, right? You go to a normal classroom, okay? And this is
yeah.
a teacher that you have. Like you just go to a normal classroom. You have your teacher there, okay? It's just one of your teachers, and they'll give you some paperwork or something. They'll give you your schedule, uh, and they'll tell you some information about the school, and that's it. And then the rest of the time you just sit
Okay,
there.
so
That's
it's
it.
some kind of briefing.
Yeah, like a briefing. It's like a briefing,
Okay,
and that's it.
and they do that 1 week, like
Yeah,
one entire
just
week.
for the for I think it's like an hour every day, like in the morning. So like 8:30 to like 9:30 in the morning.
Hey, what? But that can't be done after 1 hour. I don't understand that.
And it
I
doesn't
don't
take an
understand
hour. It
why
doesn't take. It
it's.
takes 10 minutes, and then you sit there for
Oh,
50.
okay.
So you kind of just sit there and do nothing. So like, am I gonna like get 7 hours of sleep
But
just
I
to go
mean,
there?
it's just 10 minutes. I mean, 10 minutes won't kill you.
No, but I gotta wake up early and go there, and then have to sit there for like because if I go there, I have to sit there, and I have to sit there for 3 hours because I don't have a class that starts until 12.
Okay, so there's a gap where you just do
Yeah,
nothing.
there's a gap, and I mean, what do you do at a high school? Like I'm like gonna be the only kid there. Like technically, what you're supposed to do is go to the college and just sit there. Like I don't know, figure something out. Go to the library, study, something like that. But I'm not trying to tire myself before my classes. Like I got like some pretty heavy lectures, and I'm not gonna like go brain dead before I even get there. Um, so I don't know. I
Okay, that's
honestly,
weird.
yeah.
Now, I see the point of that, but I don't understand why it's have to be like a whole week and not just one lesson, and that's it.
It's
That's the point I don't
it's
get.
just I guess so kids can get used like it's just like for new kids or something, so they have a teacher or something they can ask questions to or something or um,
Hmm.
there's really no point of it. It's just to get yeah I don't know. There's really no point to it. They just do it um, just to make sure you show up. I guess I don't know. Um, it's really stupid, but I mean the reason I didn't show
But
up,
yeah,
I
like
had
I
no.
said,
It's for high school though. Like the class, like they tell you everything you need to know for the high school. But if I'm not taking any high school classes, why would I need to go? Like they're gonna.
did
Yeah.
your did your teacher tell you that you have to go there?
No, my teacher didn't tell me anything. I don't even know who my teacher is.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So nobody,
I don't have high school
nobody,
classes. Like I don't go to the high school anymore.
yeah.
Like people, I
So
don't think my teachers figured that out.
nobody told you you have to show up there.
I kind of assumed I'd have to show up. No one told me, but I assumed because
Well, if nobody told you, they actually can't blame you, in my opinion.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if they would have said you have to show up, but you didn't, I would understand why they did that. But
Yeah,
since they didn't do, that's critical.
yeah. I guess that's right. Yeah. No, I mean, I can pull out my schedule. I mean, I they never told me. They never said you got to show up. It's just like if I
Hmm.
was a new student to that school and I had the same schedule, I wouldn't have even showed up and I wouldn't have even known. The only reason I know is because my brother told me or something or um, but it's not like they. Let me check my email. Maybe that's a great idea. Check my email. I swear they must have emailed me like a million
Maybe
times. Why would I? Why did I never check my email? They're probably like he's gone like off the grid or something. Uh, what are they saying to me? I'm kind of scared to check my email because I kind of like roasted one of my teachers. Um, uh, that's a lot of emails. Um, yeah, yeah. My teacher roasted me back. That's great. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, nothing. And they never said anything of it. Yeah, it's not my problem. It's the school's problem. They really got sucky communication. So yeah, I think we should get some other people's opinion. Pablo, who is Pablo? Do you want to hear from Pablo?
Yeah, I played with him today, and I'm talking to him quite a lot. I guess he can. He by the way also lives in Germany.
Oh, okay.
You can. I'm pretty sure you can say some stuff about it.
Hey Pablo, welcome to the show.
Hey Pablo, du bist dran.
Oh,
I think he's lagging.
Didn't understand. Can you repeat?
I think Pablo's gone off the grid as well.
Maybe his internet. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I can ask him.
Yeah. I had a teacher who took lockdowns way too seriously. Okay, I think
What?
taking lockdown. I was just reading the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think taking lockdowns is fine. Like if you take a lockdown seriously, like I always take a lockdown seriously as well. Because your life's at stake. It's always good to practice that stuff. All these things like the safety stuff, I think should be taken seriously. Um, because when the real thing happens, kids won't take it as seriously. And I've seen that happen before. Out of a lockdown one time, it was like a real deal thing, and like no one takes it seriously. Like it's uh, kids are still walking out of. I mean,
Nobody
like
cares.
yeah, like if so, that's why I think it's important to take the drill seriously because otherwise you're not gonna take the real thing seriously. And honestly, I don't want to die because someone's phone went off or they sent a text message and they could hear the clicking or because they were laughing at their friend's joke. Like if I die because of someone else, like I'm gonna go to like wherever, like I'm gonna find them and wherever I go, and I'm just gonna like beat them up and kill them again. Like that's what's gonna happen. So
Yeah, right. I guess you're just too hard with other people.
I'm I'm a pretty good person though. I'm not a mean person. I'm actually really reserved. Like in real life, guys, I'm like really reserved. Like I don't get in other people's business, and no one gets in my business until the school shows up, and I don't,
Yeah.
like I'll defend myself pretty much. Like that's all I really do. I don't go off starting problems. Um,
Yeah, I guess that's okay.
yeah, school starts
Okay,
more
so
problems.
yeah,
I don't know
I
if
guess I
Pablo's
don't
gonna say anything, so I'll just
Well,
yeah.
oh
yes, subject is school, right?
General. It's more about maybe
disciplinary
I,
stuff.
maybe I should quickly say what we talked about in the last minutes.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
So what basically happened is Gabe didn't show up to kind of an event. I'm just gonna call it like
An
that,
event.
where he should have been, and because of that, he got kind of he got ISS.
Well, I didn't
which
get it, but they
means
threatened me with it, and I might get it, so I don't know yet. I went there to go see
oh,
if
you
I was
didn't
gonna get it or not, but no one was
oh
there to
you
tell me.
didn't get it yet. Okay, I thought you already got
Oh no, if I
it.
got it, there would have. Oh, it would have been way different. I probably would have like. It would have been really bad. Like seriously, like I'd have to like hack the school and like erase the record of it, and
Mm,
that would have just
I'm
been
just
bad.
gonna take that book and add your aim
Yeah,
out.
I would have bring like magnets to the school and like just drop them next to all the computers and just completely wipe it.
Just rape everything.
Yeah, just erase everything, and no one like I'll just put the magnets in my pocket and I'll just walk up next to the computer and kind of lean against it a little bit and just kind of like just make sure it
Can
breaks.
magnets? I
Yeah,
know that's a whole other topic, but
yeah.
can magnets even kill a computer?
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
how
not
you
sure
wipe your
about that.
computer. Yeah, like if you're like
Oh,
a
really?
yeah, if like someone's like hacked your computer or something and like they're getting information from it or whatever, or if you want to completely erase the memory in a computer, you gotta magnets.
Oh,
You gotta throw it
that
in a
can
bathtub
destroy
and then wipe it with magnets.
hard drives, right?
Yeah, it'll destroy everything. It'll
But it probably doesn't work with SSDs.
um, it destroys your computer. That's all it does. I don't know. It erases
No,
the information.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't work with SSDs because there's nothing spinning anymore. In a hard drive, there's this little it's like a CD spinning and memorizing the stuff you save on, but an SSD it isn't there anymore, which is why it's faster, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't work there.
Maybe I don't know, but
Yeah.
it'll still wipe the data. Like there should be no trace of anything. If you
But
did it.
since computer PCs have to be cheap, there are only hard drives used, so yeah, it probably works with school computers.
Either way, I'll hack into their system and I will erase those files. Um,
And everything's good again.
yeah, everything's good
And you
again. I mean, I'll serve the time. I just can't get it on my record. Yeah, but hopefully the school understands that I'm not gonna fall for its BS anymore. And I mean, the school I've had problems with the school in the past. Like legit, like they really try to like run me over whenever I try to do something. Like I'm not gonna talk about that kind of stuff, but basically they're not willing to work with me for certain stuff.
Okay.
Uh,
We have to say something about it. Did something similar happen to you?
yeah, you can say something.
It's your turn.
Wait, what was I supposed to say? What?
No, I mean it's Pablo's turn.
Oh, Pablo. Yeah,
But I think he fell asleep or something. I don't
yeah.
know.
Pablo has officially passed out. I'm surprised your times are free. It's like midnight, a
Okay.
little past midnight.
Yeah.
So
20 minutes after.
how late do you
Yeah.
plan to stay up?
But yeah, he told me he got connection problems,
Yeah.
and he went offline now. So yeah, it's probably because of that.
Yeah. Well, so anyways, what are your conclusions on this? Am I the bad guy here, or is it just some BS system and I got stuck in this trap?
Well, I stick with what I said. If someone would have told you you have to show up there, but you didn't, I think it would have been correct what they've done, because they've told you you have to do it, and if you don't do it, yeah, there's got to be some law.
Yeah.
But since that didn't happen and nobody forced you to show up there, I
Yeah.
was just kind of like that. I don't really
Like
know if it,
they never emailed me saying I had to show up, even though I missed some stuff apparently. And
and
they never. Usually, if you miss school, they'll call home. They never called home, so like it was almost like I was never asked.
okay,
So
and nobody told you in person.
no, like I never. Well, I never went to the school. Like I never. I had no reason to go
Oh,
to the school because I go to the
okay.
college.
Yeah, so since you didn't know that you have to show up, you also couldn't know about the consequences, and that they now, and the fact that these consequences now hit you without even being aware of the fact that there were consequences. Yeah, that's definitely a difficult point, and
Yeah.
no, I don't think it's correct, because yeah, like I said, they didn't inform you, and they should have informed you about it.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's my point.
I think that's where I'm at. I mean, if they told me I needed to show up, I might, I'd probably argue a little bit. But if they could really tell me why I needed to show up, I'd show up. Maybe that's something to give me. But like, I didn't need the laptop. I didn't need to do this. I don't even know what they did, honestly. I didn't miss anything. That's basically all there is. But yeah, hopefully everything works out in the end, and I didn't screw myself
Yeah.
over. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to learn
I'm sure
to.
you will.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will keep us updated.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll be making pizzas all my life, and I'm gonna cry myself to sleep every night, and I'll be like, that would
And you
really
won't be able
suck.
to get and won't be able to purchase a proper car.
Yeah.
You can
screw it.
forget
I
about.
just bike to work. I just bike.
Yeah.
Only reason
You
I
can
don't
forget
bike to work is because I don't feel like biking back at like the middle of the night. I feel like I'm gonna get hit by a car or something, or get mugged.
Do
Something
you
like
think your car is more safe?
that. I don't know. My mom thinks so, so I'm just
Right.
with that. But yeah.
But yeah.
Is there anything else? Anything else that needs to be said?
I don't really have to say anything left. But I was just a bit surprised, because yesterday, you said that today's topic's gonna be things that blew our mind.
Well, this one blew my mind for sure. It kind of
okay.
This was today though. Like this happened to me today. I
Oh,
was gonna
okay.
talk about things that blew my mind today, but this blew my mind even more. So I figured it needed to be talked about.
So you got both topics at once.
Yeah, yeah. And there's still some stuff that blew my mind. Like, do you want me to talk about stuff that blew my mind as a kid still?
Well, since we're already pretty good in flow, I guess you can.
All right, sure. All right, guys. So now we're gonna talk about some stuff that legit blew my mind as a kid. Now I don't know if this will be relatable to you, but there's certain stuff that like really blew my mind for whatever reason. I wasn't the brightest of kids when I was little. I was actually like really, like I said, I had not the best childhood you can imagine, due to like some really, I was a bit like illnesses and that good stuff. You look and sound a lot like a guy called Mand Productions. Let's look this dude up. Man, he's probably big. Wow. Like he came up instantly. Is he big? Lego. Dang, 100,000. Dang. Kudos to you, man. But yeah, so like I had it. Some people said I had it rough. But I don't remember any of it because that's how rough it was. And yeah,
You just forgot it.
yeah, forgot it or erased from my memory. I don't know. Anything I do remember from it though, it wasn't pleasant. That's about it. And it did screw
You
me
just
up.
remember it was bad.
Yeah, it pretty much screwed me up a lot, but I'm kind of coming back from it now. But so a lot of things that would you'd think wouldn't blow your mind would blow my mind, and the one in particular. Have you ever heard of this the show called Wheel of Fortune?
That's probably your Astro, so
It's a
no, I
U.S.
can't
show.
really.
It's called America's Game. That's like how U.S. is.
Okay.
It's like
Wow,
it's America's Game. Wheel of
that's
Fortune.
that's true patriotic for me.
Yeah, too big. Yeah, so that show legit blew my mind. Like I'd show some of it now, but I wasn't really ready to like present that. But basically, there's a
What happens there?
there's a giant wheel, okay? And do you know what game? Do you have like German game shows where like they give money away to people who play in them?
I guess we have some of them, but the most popular shows in TV shows in Germany are actually quiz shows.
Yeah, it's kind of like a quiz show.
Okay.
But you get money when you get it right.
Yeah, we have that too.
Okay,
We have
yeah.
many of them. Too many.
Too many. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of these shows, but this one, whenever I'd see it, it'd blow my mind. So, so yeah. So basically, there's a giant wheel. They spin it, and it would land on a certain amount. Like there's different varying amounts. It's like anywhere from like a few $100s to like $1,000 or $1,000,000. Or you can get bankrupt, like, and they'll take all your money away, or you land on skip a turn, you'll lose a turn, or something like that, right? So you'll land, and do you know what do you call those things? Do you know what crossword puzzles are?
Yeah. I know that.
Okay, so it's like a crossword puzzle, except you're just trying to guess one word or a phrase, and you'll land on a certain amount. So let's say you land on $500, and you'll see the blank spaces up on the board, and you're trying to guess what the word is, and they'll give you a category. Like it might be food or something. So you're trying to guess something that's food, and
Yes.
and
And you know how many letters this word has, right?
yeah, it'll show you how many letters it
Yeah.
has, and there's blank
Yeah,
spaces.
we have that too.
Oh,
We
you
have
do?
that in newspapers and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's in yeah. But except this is like a game show. They put on a projection, and that's part of what blew my mind. But basically,
And if you solve it, you get some money.
yeah. So basically,
Okay.
you spin the wheel, you land on $500, let's say, and then you guess a letter. You'll be like R or something like that, and an R will pop up on the board. But the way that it popped up on the board is what blew my mind. So they split the screen into two parts: the contestants and the word at the bottom. And in order to display that R, let's say the word is hamburger, okay, and
Yeah.
you guess R. There'll be some lady at the bottom who will walk up to where that R is, and she'll touch it, and the R will appear there. Okay, and it makes some kind of like
Nice.
sound effect, and you'll see the contestants at the
And
top.
it's like magic.
Yeah, it's like magic. So this system blew my mind. Like I couldn't understand how that was possible. There was two things that I couldn't understand. The first one was how they found someone small enough to fit on that part of the screen. Like I legit thought she must have been so tiny. I was like, that just doesn't make sense. No one's that small. Because I'm thinking that she's actually
she was
yeah
she was born for this screen.
yeah.
She was born for this job.
Like I was like, this is I was like, this is crazy. Like how could because like it's like I don't know how it was. Like I legit thought that it was like a stage above where it was, and the camera was showing too far. Like I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, so the person touches it, and I'm like, and then the R appears, and I'm like, what the like? I'm like, what is this? Like, how is that like? You don't. What kind of technology do we got? Like, I was just freaking out. I was like, it never made any sense to me, and it took me several years to figure out what was going on. I was like I was legit watching that show like a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh, that's how they do it.
And you figure out it's a touchscreen or what?
Yeah. Oh, I first figured out two things. I figured out that there's something called editing, where they can put two cameras to make it fit one screen. I don't know. Like I sound really stupid saying this, but like, yeah, I don't know. It took me so long to get it. I was legit. I was so out of touch with reality. Like, so like when I was, I mean, it's kind of like imagine being poisoned for several years and you're like feeling like crap every day, and you have like fevers of like 105. That's how out of touch of reality I literally was. You're too sick to understand what's going
This
on.
lady, this lady cracked you up.
Yeah, I I had no idea what was going on, and it took me so long to figure it out. Like once I started to like get right in the mind and everything, I was like, oh, I get it. Man, why didn't how did I not realize that? Like that's so easy. That's so simple. I could do this on my computer. Um, the touchscreen part still blows my mind. I don't know how they coordinate that. Like, if someone touch, I don't know. But there's another thing that also blew my mind. Have you ever heard of? This is also another American game. It's called. They don't do it anymore, but it's called. Well, I don't even know what it's called. It was like my favorite show.
And you forgot its name.
Yeah, with Howie Mandel, and like had all these briefcases. Okay, and it was so cool because the briefcases look cool and stuff. And what's that show called? Howie Mandel brief game show briefcases here. What is it called? Deal or No Deal. Yes, that's what it's called. There's a game show called Deal or
Okay.
No Deal. So there's all these cases, okay? There's like 30 something cases, and each one of them has a certain amount of money ranging from $1 to $1 million, okay? So you have all these each case, there's like a lady holding each case, and they're standing on the podiums, and you basically pick a case to start with,
Pick.
and
Okay.
whatever case you
And
picked,
you're lucky or
yes, it's like it's a luck thing. There's not too much skill in it,
no.
but you pick a case, and whatever case you picked is what you'll get at the end of the show. All right,
No.
and
And
then
you can open it at the end.
yeah, you open it at the end, and what you do is there's a banker guy, okay? So they call him the banker, and he wants to buy that case from you, okay? So he's gonna try to buy it for less than it's worth. Like he's gonna figure out what, like he's gonna run some numbers, and he's gonna see what a good price is to buy it for you from. So for example, so then what you do is you want to try to get that price up as high as you can, and you can either take what he has, or you can take what's in the case, like what he offers you, or what's in the case.
Okay. And sometimes you can, or either you can get lucky and sell your $1 case for maybe $250, or you're not lucky and sell your $1 million case for $250.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens, and it's happened before.
Okay.
It's crazy. So what you do is you pick cases. So you're like, the first turn they'll be like, all right, pick 6 cases. So you'll pick 6 cases, and what you want to happen is that they're all low numbers. You want to pick everything that's a low number, so that the banker knows that your case is not one of those low numbers and is actually worth a lot more. So he'll offer you more money. Does that make sense? So you pick 6 cases, and let's say you got all these low numbers. You got 1 out of the way, you got 5 out of the way, you got 1,000 out of the way, you got 250, and you got 500 out of the way. Okay, all those numbers are out of the way. So your case is worth anything from $2,000 to $1 million now. So that banker is going to be like, okay, I'm going to offer him like $5,000 or something like that. Just or maybe probably more, honestly. And then you'll be like, you can either say deal or no deal, okay? But that's not what blew my mind. The part that actually, let me just finish this. So you say deal or no deal, and if you say no deal, you pick more cases, and if you say deal, you trade your case for the money that the banker gave you.
Yeah, you just sell it.
Yeah, but here's what blew my mind. So you could see the banker, but you couldn't really see him. He was some dude up in a window, and it was like a really tinted window, and you couldn't see anything but an outline on a cell phone. Or not a cell phone. They didn't really have cell phones then. But it was a cell phone probably, or something like that. The way that they made the calls, bro, it was so fast, and you could hear it just. So the dude would pull out his phone and you'd call him, and I don't know. I still don't know to this day whether he was actually calling him or if he could just hear what was going on, or I don't know who the banker is. Like, is he a real person? Is it a robot? Like, I don't know. Like, how do they do these calculations so fast? Like, how do they call them consistently at the same time like that? And it's like they're having a conversation on the phone. They're like, all right, so this is what we got out of the way. How much do you want to give or something? So I don't know. That's kind of what was going on, and that kind of blew my mind. And then at the end of the show, it'd come down to, if you said no deal the entire time, it'll come down to one case left and then your case. and you can either swap cases or you can keep your case. And that's pretty much it. And then whatever case you open is what you get. It's basically just free money. I can't hear you, Star Fox. But yeah, that's pretty much what was going on. I think we're at. There you go.
Orchestra.
Alright. So, were you able to hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, yeah.
You can hear
So,
me too?
was there anything that blew your mind as a kid? Because those two things, like, legit blew my mind. It just didn't make sense.
If I
Oh, I can't hear you.
what?
Oh, wait. Were you saying anything, or? I can't hear you, yeah. Well, it's raining there. It was raining here a little bit today. I don't want to drive in the rain, though.
Does it work now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, so it was same problem again. Yeah, if I think about television, there's actually not much that actually blew my mind if I think about it like that. But if I
can give you another example if you want. I just thought of something happened to me today.
Yeah. Also, I don't know anything right now that really.
I'll go ahead and say one more thing because this is something I forgot to say. So I was walking to my car today, right? So I parked my car, I left, and then I go to my classes and I come back, and my windows are halfway down on both sides. Okay. That I have no idea what happened. I don't know how that's possible. That my windows opened, and you might be like, "Well, you must have left them open," but there's no way I left them open because I either open my windows all the way or they're all the way up, and I don't know how that would. Maybe it was automatic. Maybe it was automatic that the windows, maybe the car was overheating and the windows just came. I have no idea. There's a burglar in the car. I don't know. Like that's what I was thinking. I actually went up to the car and I was like, "What the frick?" So I'm like looking in there, seeing if I'm gonna get like knifed or something, or so maybe they siphoned all my gas. Like all my gas suddenly just disappeared. I don't know what. I got robbed or something. But at least there's nothing in the car worth taking. And the trunk was. Wait a second. I don't. Maybe I just lost everything. I don't know. Maybe I locked the car. And you can't, but the thing is, you can't roll down windows unless you turn the car on. So, it was probably some like paranormal activity or something, or
there's a ghost in your car.
Yeah, I probably got hit in some like other dimension. Maybe I got hit into a different dimension. I don't know, like from when I was pulling out of the neighborhood. Yeah, that's.
I think I've got a.
That was pretty scary. Yeah. Yeah. I can't hear you, Star Fox. It's the chemtrails that are turning the... Yeah. I saw a meme. It was like, the frogs were gay from the start, and you see him holding it down. It was pretty fun. I don't even know what it's about, though. Like, I don't really know him too much. I can't hear you.
I have.
Oh, I hear you now.
Now it should work. Yeah.
What were you saying?
I have one thing that actually kind of blew my mind when I was young. Because years ago, I had a neighbor who was, which is actually dead right now, which is unfortunate. But he had a garage where he built all kinds of stuff. And one thing he built, he called it the Eternal Light, and it was a small battery connected with an LED, and it just did what he called it. It was lighting forever, because I think these LEDs they don't need a lot of energy to work.
Hmm.
So yeah, this light, it never turned off. And that actually blew my mind. Really, it was working for years, for
Wow.
many years, and I couldn't understand how it can burn for so long.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That reminds me of something too. I really wish I could tell you guys this one thing, but I'm like legally not allowed to tell you. So in a few years from now, guys, like in a few years from now, I'm gonna legit just tell you guys. But until
If we
then,
still have
yeah,
the broadcast.
we will still have the broadcast because hopefully I'll be able to make a living from it and not need to worry about my record or making pizzas or. I'm about to go under if I don't like. I'm so glad I didn't quit that job now because like I need money. So yeah,
for your car.
yeah, my car. My brother got a really nice car, and I get the broken down fixer upper. I don't know. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'll figure something out, guys. But yeah, so I couldn't hear
I
you.
guess
I don't
that's.
know what you said, but
I said nothing.
okay. But yeah, guys, life is great,
I think
and
that's pretty much it for today's
yeah,
podcast.
I'll keep you guys up to date with what's going on the broadcast because that's what we do here. And like I said, guys, don't forget to sell your Bitcoin today because otherwise you're about to lose like $1,000. But you just made $1,000, so you should be happy. And that's about it, guys. We'll see you guys in the next broadcast. You can find these on iTunes in like a year from now, and hopefully, I don't know. I'll figure something out, guys. I'll be editing this weekend if I'm not in like the freaking school prison yard or something or juvenile, whatever they decide to do with me. Because I'm such a criminal, guys. I don't know. Anyways, guys.
It's school luck.
Yeah. Until next time, stay broski. I don't
Until
know.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.